a historic listing for R.K. Damani promoted DMart yesterday, but he's a man who wears another hat as well, that of an ace investor, and among R.K. Damani's top picks is Sundaram Finance. Well, that's not the only reason why we are calling Mr. T.T. Srinivasaragghavan, the Managing Director of Sundaram Finance. He's joining us on the phone line. Mr. Srinivasaragghavan, good morning. Thanks a lot for joining us. Well, first to business, what's the mood now? You anyway didn't see too much of a downtick in the demonetization months, but there was that downtick. Is there an aggressive rebound?
I wouldn't say aggressive, but yes, I think demonetization is squarely behind us. And I'm not just speaking for our company, but I think across the NBFC world, people have moved on, and a number of colleagues I've talked to in the industry confirm this. There was clearly some disruption in December, Jan, but they're all back on track. Disbursements are growing, recoveries are looking okay. So, I think demonetization is well and truly behind us.
Okay. Mr. Srinivasaragghavan, good morning. Wanted to ask you what kind of AUM growth are you looking at, say, over the next 6 to 12 months? Based on what you've done in the past, the double-digit growth that you saw, is that something that you see resume itself over the next 6 months?
Little tough to call, because I think on commercial vehicles, there is this whole pre-buying stuff which everyone's talking about, and we're already on the 22nd of March. We still haven't seen the surge that people have talked about, but who knows? In the last 1 week, the last week of March, things could go crazy in terms of pre-buying because of BS4 coming in. If that happens, then Q1 of FY18 could be, sort of depressed. So we'll have to wait it out and see. But, without any buying madness or pre-buying madness in the last week of this financial, then we should be, on a normal track. But this can significantly affect that.
Okay. So what about asset quality? You yourself noticed a quarter-on-quarter jump in your gross NPLs. And we routinely get a lot of MFI saying collections are not back in order. Just yesterday, ICRA actually downgraded Satin Care Credit. So asset quality in fourth quarter?
Asset quality is absolutely first class. No concerns on asset quality at all. In fact, even during November and December, I think I mentioned this when we spoke the last time, our recovery is held during the worst of the so-called demonetization disruption. But asset quality is absolutely first class. And please bear in mind that we switched to the 90-day norm even last year, though the RBI mandate is only for March 2018. We switched to the 90-day norm in March 2016. And, our portfolio quality is absolutely first class. There's no concerns around that.
Okay. You are also in home finance. How are you looking at the changed rules towards affordable housing, more subventions? We also understand that the sub-rules on affordable housing and on subvention for that 12 lakh and 18 lakh rupee homes is likely to be out today. Is that a space that will see good growth?
I think so. I think affordable housing is sort of the new MFI, if you like, for the housing sector. So, that is definitely an area which is of interest to all the players in the space. And I think once the rules are clear, and also, this real estate RERA, that notification needs to happen at each state level. Once that happens, I think there should be significant activity in that space, because it has been... Sorry.
Sure. No, I was just asking you, what is your own presence in the home segment as a whole, and within that in the affordable segment, if any, and what kind of growth would you see?
No, hang on a second. The Sundaram Home Finance is a separate legal entity, right? It's not part of our book. So Sundaram Home Finance has a loan book of approximately 8,000 crores. It's a standalone legal entity. So, our business is all commercial vehicles, cars, and that sort of stuff. But within that, affordable housing, the definitions have changed over time. So up to 30 lakhs now is affordable housing. So, a goodish chunk of our business would qualify in that sense as affordable. But I think here we're also talking about the new definitions of affordability in terms of the 12, 15, 18 lakh type affordable housing. That's the one I'm saying affords, room for growth. That is potentially the new MFI type of lending.
Okay, what's the listed Sundaram Finance's stake in home finance?
It's 51%.
Okay.
50.1, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So the investors in the listed entity do get to gain if Sundaram Home Finance grows rapidly.
Oh, yes, of course. And, I think the last couple of years, the industry itself has been sort of subdued, but we expect that, that will change in FY18. So hopefully, we'll catch that upswing.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Raghavan, for joining us and giving us an update on that. We need to take